Hey, hello all. Welcome to QA Crunch. I am Roshan Samir. Okay, so today's topic is we are going to see how to create a Maven project and add the dependencies. So moving before to technically, let me give you the brief introduction as what is meant by Maven and where it's mainly used in it. So Maven is nothing but this is a build automation tool which is mainly designed for Java projects. And the main reason for introduction of this is let me give you the example. Usually the developers used to do their codings, and they will be getting all their codes, and they need to do some compilation, and they need to create some EAR file or jar file. EAR nothing but enterprise archive or Java archive file. By taking that jar or EAR files, they will be deploying to the server, so that the code will be coming to the production or to the test environment. So this may be somewhat they face maybe difficulties during creating these kinds of ER and jar files. What happen is the Maven, this is a Maven they pitching in, and they brought a beautiful concept of bringing a build automation tool for Java projects. So as Maven, we have other tools in the market like Ant, Gradle, other tools, but I think Maven is pretty much looks very simple comparing to the Ant. Okay, so coming to the next point, we don't need to have any jars as we used to have in other main Java projects. We used to go to the build path and configure the jars, and we'll be downloading that, and we'll be adding to the projects. That thing will be so hereafter we no need while coming to the Maven. So you no need to worry on the jars. It will be taken care by the XML files, which is in Maven, which is called a Pom file. It is a project object model. Okay, how this Pom.xml behaves and how it works, let me give you a summarize. Take as while, if you want, for example, I want to work in the project called something ABC project, which I'm creating as a Maven project, and it need to be I'm using a Selenium or something. Okay, Selenium, assume a Selenium jar I needed. While if I give the repository in the XML file as Selenium, it will be going to the central repository, and it will be downloading for the first time, and it will be saved in the local folder. This is called the local repository. If any case the central repository doesn't has the jar which I have specified, then it will be going to the remote repository, and from there it will be bringing that jars, and it will be placing it in the local repository. Okay, so these are the main things if you in the main features in a Maven. So now let's see as how to create a Maven, and let me show you how to download the dependencies. So go to this file, new, and then go to this other, type here as a Maven. You can see here Maven project, click it, next, use this default location, next, and in this page you no need to worry on this, just leave it as auto populated one, auto selected, don't select any other thing, just go to the next, and this opens a new window which has two mandatory fields like group ID and artifact ID. So artifact ID is nothing but your project name, which I am going to give. For example, I'll give us something like test Maven. This is the artifact ID is the your project name. This group ID is the thing which has n number of projects under this group. Maybe in your case, maybe consider your organization as maybe a main module will be there, and under the main module there may be sub modules, which is a project. Sub modules will be your artifact IDs, and the main module may be your group ID. So you can give any number, any name, it depends upon your requirement. Okay, so this version is a jar which has a as a snapshot, which gives you the jars. Yeah, click this finish, and here at the bottom you can see here it creating a Maven artifact. Let me show you the test archive where we have, yes, you can see here test Maven. This is the project we gave here, and it takes some time to load everything. So meanwhile, let's see other examples. Okay, so come to this Pom.xml. Oops, system is somewhat slow. Okay, yeah. So in this overview you can see here group ID, artifact ID which we gave there, and version, everything was given by us in the previous while creating it. And here are the packaging system. We can have it either if you want jar or web archive, or it's a kind of EJB files, or it's a kind of enterprise archive. You can select any kind of packaging, but here we just leave it as a packaging, as a jar. Talking about in a testing perspective, we can tell like we won't be using any ER files or anything to deploy it in a server. The reason is we are doing is since the automation is done, and we'll be initiating these scripts maybe via Jenkins or Bamboo, anything. So you'll be hitting just just triggering this. You won't be doing any deployment, so you need not to worry on this packaging. And then coming to this Pom.xml, here this Pom.xml is the automatically generated tags from once you created the project. You can see here group ID, artifact ID which we gave in the initial stage, and name of this project, and this is the URL where it gets all the dependencies. And here the dependencies, in this dependencies folder we need to give the jars which we need for that our project. So the JUnit will be coming as a default one, no need to worry on this, and give enter. And under this dependencies tag we need to give our dependency. So for this example I will take a selenium dependency. Selenium dependency Maven. Google as selenium dependency Maven, and you can find the second link as ambient repository. So that is the official website of Maven. It takes you to the list of seleniums. Click, go to the first one. You can click any of the any of the versions you want. I'm going with the 3.12. Copy this and paste here. That's it. Okay, now come again here. I'll be downloading Testng here. Go to this Testng. We'll go with the version latest version like 6.14. Copy this, come here and paste it. You can delete this one. This is a commented one, no need. Just save it now. Control S. Now it starts to download your dependencies from a central repository. You can see here the building workspace. This downloads from the MVN repository, central repository, and it keeps the local jars in your local machine. I will show you later how that happens. Here you can see, I will explain you how the dependencies works. Under each dependency we have three main fields, which are the group ID, artifact ID, and version. The group ID, as I told you earlier, this is the group ID. Under the Selenium they may be having lot of other artifact IDs. maybe this is for we have done for Selenium Java. If you are using for Selenium Python, they will be having this Selenium Python artifact ID, and it will be coming under this group ID. Okay, so this is the main purpose of this group ID and artifact ID. Then the version is 3.1.12.0. in future, if you want to upgrade to any other kind of versions, you can just delete this, and you can rename to 3. That's it. If you want 3.14, you can rename to 14. So based on that, it will be downloading all the jars, and it will be placing it in your local machine. So if you take in a Java project, we need to again download the new versions, and we need to delete the old jars, and we need to configure the new path, and it is a headache for us. So this makes life easy for all the programmers. Okay, so now I will show you where we have placed the M2 file where the local repository is present. Here you can go to go to the C folder. You can see users. Under users, you will be having, go to your machine's user and go to this .m2 file. Here you can find the repositories, and under that repositories your dependencies will be downloaded, and it will be saved inside this local repository. You can see here I am searching with the Testng. It will be coming as a Testng C repository org. You can see here these much of versions I have already downloaded, and if you see this 3.6.1.4, we have a jar. Okay, so this how the Maven works in the local machine. If you take in organizations, they will be having their own repositories. They will be having the mimic of central repository. So what they will be doing is they have a setting.xml which is placed in your M2 file, and the settings XML will be having you the path to download the particular jars. That if doesn't present in the central repository, then again it will be going to the remote repository, and if the particular jar is not present in the remote also, then you will be getting some errors like dependency is not found, like that. Okay, so right, so if you see, I think it's taking some time to download it. So meanwhile, let me show you the other Maven project which I am having. So okay, let me show you one sec. Yes, this is a Maven project I have already done. So once you this building workspace, this becomes as 100%, I can get I can see the Maven dependencies like this: JUnit, Selenium, all the dependencies will be downloaded here. Okay, so see JCommander, everything, Testng, everything will be coming automatically. So once you run for the next time, you no need to worry on it. Okay, it will be taking care of its own. Right, so you can if you want any other dependencies, if you are working with Excel, you need Apache Py, so then you can don't need to have to download everything in a net. So you can go, you can type here, and you can type as Apache Py, and you can get the dependencies of it. Okay, so hope this. Okay, so you need to go to the particular APIs, and you need to download all the jars. Sorry, I mean you need to specify these XML tag inside your Eclipse. Okay, fine. So once downloaded, you can start working on Selenium by using I have used here annotations, Testng, so I'll be going with the annotations. Straight away you can go it out. Okay, right, so I think it's a downloaded 99%. Yeah, see, it has been completed. 88% building workspace. So once done, what I can do is I can go here to the test and main folder. Yeah, actually I have forgot to mention this, both the things. We have a main and test these two folders will be automatically created while creating a project. This test, what happened, the main purpose of this is we will be maintaining the test cases of our framework in this test folder, and the business logics and common things like handling wrapper classes, those things will be maintained in the main folder. That's the main purpose of this main and test. And also I will show you the some of the concepts, like right click this and go to the run as. You can see some commands: build, clean, install, test. These are all the main features of this Maven. The Maven build, what does is if you click this, it will be compiling your project, and it will take all the dependencies and it will give us a single jar or AR file for you to deploy that in the server. So this is mainly used for the developers. In the developers point of view, it's very useful, Maven build. If you use the clean, what does it will be going to the output files. It will be cleaning all the previously available outputs, and all the things will be deleted, and it will be giving you the fresh run. Okay, it will consider as a fresh run. If you take as a Maven install, it will be installing you all the dependencies in your local. And also the Maven test, what do is it will be going to your particular coming to the test folder, and it will be executing you the program. Okay, so let me delete this one, app test, and I will give you the simple example. Right click this, create or else I will create a Testng class. Right click new, another type as a Testng. You can go here, Testng class. I will give here before class soon suite method, just to show how it works. I will give as an example. I will give Testng here test, just to show how the execution happens. Okay, here I will give as a before method, after method, before class, after class, before test, after test, before suite, and after suite. So let me show you how it works. I click on this form. Okay, sorry, I have created the Maven. I will just create the main class I have created. I will drag and drop to test. Okay, let me run it as a Maven test. So you can see here, building the test Maven snapshot 1.0.0.1. It creates a jar file for me with a version as a 0.0.1. You can see here will get success. Okay, fine. Let me have on XML here to run to invoke is I will create XML, give the XML file. I'll give some name as testng.xml, finish it. I will give some name to suite, name equal to test suite, and then test name as something test, classes, and class I can give name as what is the package name and class name. Here go to the top, and this is my package name. Give it here dot, and again come here and copy the class name, and you can close the stack. Fine, let me run this. Testng suite, okay, it need to give me the output in the hierarchy. So this is the output. You can see here the first hierarchy is suite, before suite, then test, then class, then method, and then test cases. Okay, then it will be printing me the after sections. At last I will be getting the after suite. So let me show you the how the hierarchy in the testng. So first one will be suite, and then test, then class, then method, then again each test cases. Then it will be again in the decreasing order. It will be coming like it will be having the after. It will be closing this after method, class, test, and after suite. You can see here before suite, before test, class, method, and then each test cases. So in the same way we have done suite, test, class, method, and the each test cases. Okay, right. So this is the way how to create a Maven project and how to add the dependencies. So I have shown you the example as how to download the Selenium and Testng in this Maven project, and also I have shown the Testng execution. Okay, so as a summary I can tell as a Maven is a build automation tool, so no need of JAS for this, and we only need Pom.xml. we'll need to specify that particular dependencies needed for that project, and then we have three kinds of repositories. One is local, central, remote, and then the main purpose of this Maven is to build a project and give files like ER or jar or war files. Okay, all right, so hope I have covered all the things. Okay, so if you have any doubts, please leave a comments, and if you like the channel, please like it, and you can subscribe it, and see you in the next video. Okay, take care, bye bye.